One for the money, two for the show is what most of these rappers stay doing it for. Scheming on American cream, increase the payroll. But what I'm owed is more than just a play dough. I've been aiming for the soul in this rap game, shooting for the stars and for the ones who can't aim. Who would've thought pressing play on my MP3 was the best way for me to start my campaign? Poetry was the beginning of it. Cultivated the flow with me to cut strings off from puppets and prove to them they got a mind of their own. So please be aware when you step in my zone. Battling me is like bringing a knife into a gunfight. I smash your pride down, show you how it's done right. For those sleeping, I'm making it a...
Well, growing up in high school, I did a lot of sports, and I was trying to, make myself active because all I did was stay home, play video games, So, my mother pushed me to want to, get active. So I was like, all right. And I used to be into like wrestling and swimming. And one day, my coach told me to go out and scout for more participants. And then one day I was walking down the hallway, I saw like these group of guys breakdancing. I was like, man, these guys had a lot of upper body strength, so that'd be perfect. So I walked up to them and I asked them if they wanted to join the wrestling team. And so we made a deal where like if they join wrestling, I join their club because they need more participants as well. So it was like a win-win situation for both of us. So I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. And then ever since I tried it, I got stronger physically and mentally, and I want to say my morale skyrocketed as well, because back in the days, if you knew how to dance and stuff like that, you were like the cool kid, and I was definitely not the cool kid at all. I didn't even have much friends growing up, so yeah, I started b-boying more often, or to the point where I actually didn't do sports anymore. I actually hopped out of it, and my coach did get mad at me for a few, but he told me straight up, like, just do what you feel like is right for you, whatever makes you happy, So I just went for it.
When we practice, we would listen to a set of songs, and me and my friends, a group of my friends, would like mess around with that music. We would even break dance. We would just try to do some other styles like crumping for fun. Like we would mess around, and I guess trying different type of music and having fun with it got me like more confident when I hear it in a battle. And something new, something that would pump you up, would tingle my body. It would just like, okay, this song is on. I feel like I need to nod my head. I need to do something because it's making me want to go on the floor and show what I can do. It gets you very hyped.
It felt more dynamic to me. When I first got introduced to it, I watched a lot of old school videos on YouTube, and of people's old battles, and like a lot of other professional b-boys that did stuff around the world. In high school, when I first got when I was a freshman, right after 8th grade, they had a breakdance club. They announced it the first week of high school, and I was like, oh, I'll check it out. I decided to check it out, and there was a bunch of people breaking, and I was like, you know what, I'll try it. And I was always a dancer. I've always loved dancing, especially hip hop, choreography and all that. But the reason why breakdancing stood out to me more was because it was just like you used your whole entire body. You were able to, for me, it was kind of like flying to me.
I chose dancing because I was actually inspired by a friend of mine back in 6th grade. He was a breakdancer. Yes, I started as breakdancing. He gave me, like something to do, and I loved it. And I started breakdancing more and more and more with him. He invited me to his garage, and we started dancing from there on. And until this very day, it's like I haven't really been breakdancing so much, because I really got into other dancing back in high school. Choreography-wise, the genre is pretty much hip-hop, pop and rock, all of that, and it actually keeps me sane as a human being. It makes me look forward. It makes me have hope and dreams about the future and stuff. And if I'm bored, why not dance? Because it keeps me happy, right? So that's why I chose dancing.
Because b-boys dance to a specific beat and then they break it down. So it in hip-hop culture, we have like a lot of hip-hop tracks, and whatever suits us is whatever we're comfortable with. But that's the point of the DJ. The DJ is to test how far we can go. If we can adapt, that's why we're called b-boys. We break down the beat.
I had 3 other friends in high school that were getting into it the same time I did, so we all did it at the same time. I did it though because they were going, and it was fun. And just learning different moves. I feel like it was kind of difficult at first. I felt kind of discouraged because I wasn't able to pick up on a lot of like difficult moves here and there, and plus my body wasn't really getting used to being able to balance itself. But after a while, going because I made a lot of friends there, and and they made it fun. We pretty much just kind of copied each other, saw whatever somebody else was doing, and we try to copy them. And it was fun. It was just fun because everybody was doing it at the same time. Everybody was learning at the same time. And what motivated me to keep going was the fact that I was really in it for the battling, the battle aspect of b-boying, the competitiveness, the sport of b-boying, being able to excel in that area of physical activity. And to me, it was. I thought it was pretty cool, because before I even did b-boying, I did martial arts. I did taekwondo, and b-boying to me, I kind of put that martial arts mentality into b-boying, so it was kind of like more of a discipline for me as well. It was like a physical discipline, and it was a way for me to keep healthy as well, to keep myself fit, because I'm using everything, my whole entire body, rather than just kind of going to the gym and doing what everybody's doing, lifting weights and everything. I feel like b-boying, it utilizes everything, utilizes your entire body, and it keeps me focused on a lot of things in life, especially when I'm focused on when I'm focused definitely on b-boying. The focus that I have in b-boying also spreads in other areas of my life, so that's the reason why it keeps me going.
My first battle, I was very, very nervous because a lot of people is paying attention to what you do, and my hands would sweat. I would feel like I want to throw up because it was very nerve-wracking to be on the center stage where the spotlight was on you. But I just remembered when my favorite music comes on, like Just Begun from the Jimmy Castor Bunch. I wanted to rock the music, and then from there I blanked out and I just started doing my own thing, and people started cheering. Even though it wasn't as good, it felt good. It's not like a pro status level, but it felt good to did my own thing on the floor, did what I can, I expressed what I could do. And from there, I started building up confidence.
I grew more in debt with the community, and within the community, I started networking with people, and it's a very social kind of outlet for diversity. It was a perfect place to be diverse because you got people from different cultures, different backgrounds coming all in one. And that's why we have all these events, out of cities, out of countries, out of states, wherever. We all converge as one, and it's one dance. We're all we all do something that we enjoy. We all share techniques, stories, and just having a good time.
I lost a lot of battles. I lost a lot of battles, But and that kind of discouraged me from to keep trying, because I felt like I wasn't progressing anywhere. But what kept me motivated was just being able to know that I can have fun with the people that I'm practicing with, and having fun naturally while doing it. It helped me get better. It helped me get better just by having fun and being able to just be myself. I was able to get better, and but in my own way. I realized that there were some moves that I couldn't do, mainly because of my physique and the way that my style is. My style is different, and so of course there are some moves that I can't do, and so that kind of demotivated me to keep going. But I realized that the longer you keep doing it, you develop your own style, and you develop your own moves, and there are certain moves that you make that other people can't really do because it's not their style. It doesn't really fit their physique, or like it's unique to you. It's unique in your own way. And so I just kept doing my own thing, and I came up with my own original moves, complex moves that other people couldn't do, and that in itself was already kind of like my own kind of like it brought me in my own atmosphere, my own world. So I realized that there are different styles out there, and that's what kept me motivated, was knowing that as long as I'm being myself, as long as I progress doing what I love doing, I'll just get better.
I would try to come up with new ideas, like watching videos of my favorite b-boys. I would like some b-boys were like my inspiration, and I look up to them. And the older b-boys in Stockton, I look up to them too, and like when I see them practice and get better, I want to practice and get better. But when they're not there, I want to take the time to see what I have, see what I could work on, and improve those things. And if it doesn't work, I just keep on going and practice until I get it. Honestly, you could do anything you want when it comes to breaking. You just gotta put your mind into it. It was hard at first. You'll sprain your wrists, you'll hit your head, you get a bloody nose doing certain moves, you'll bruise up, get scabs, but in the end, like, you'll officially like improve on what you're trying to work on, and your friends, your family get your back. They got my back, and they inspired me to dance more. And we would go to parties, and when the music comes on, even though it's not breakdancing music or mainstream, it just gets me in the vibe, and then people's looking at you, and it feels good.
I've hung out with so many like pros, like people who actually competed for about $25,000, and they would always give me like advice where like, yeah man, don't be nervous about going out there and doing your thing, because for like the pros, they've been where you've been at, so no one's gonna be judgmental, no one's gonna make fun of you, because what hip hop really is about contributing to humankind. We're trying to make best of what we have, because how the dance or like just the culture itself came from poverty. We didn't have much except for the music and the dance. So it's all about community, like I said earlier, and culture. So what your background is pushes you to do what you know.
I love just the whole positive vibe behind peace, unity, and having fun in the circle. And it seems like everybody hates each other in the circle once the battle's going on, but after, you can see that they go up and shake each other's hands and peace, and it's all good after the event. So that's what it's all about. I mean, everybody's got their own styles, everybody's got their own story to tell on the floor, and it's art.
If it wasn't for breaking, I wouldn't have met people out the state. Got close to certain people I would never dream of being close to. I would never thought I'd be in a crew, a termites crew, Stockton.
Oh, you're in termites.
Yeah. I never thought I would be in that crew, and let alone they're my family, my second family. If it wasn't for breaking, I wouldn't have met a lot of people, and I thank God that I stick with it, even though times were tough with family and stuff going on in my past life. It's hard, but breaking what is the reason why it helped me cope with things, and I'm happy that I stick with it because I wouldn't have met such good friends and experienced a lot of things, a lot of fun things.
I would say this belongs to us. This belongs to us. We created this from nothing, and look how big, it's huge it becomes. And that's what we're raised from peace, love, unity, having fun. And I would say, look what it has to offer. Don't do it just a hobby. Obviously, you have to work, you have to go to school, you have to eat, you have to do all the things, the responsibilities, but look to what it can offer you, not just as a hobby. And if you're going to pursue breaking and generally, look what it has to offer you some more. It allows you to reach people on a different level and look past that. Look past the breaking sessions, look past the session times, look past all the beef and just to find, and it'll make you find who you are. And just find style, which takes time. And be honest with yourself, and don't be afraid to be honest with yourself. And that's what my advice to anybody that's starting off the right way. Obviously, it's gonna take a minute to get there, but keep going.